What's going on, everybody? Wisdom here, and I got a serious topic to discuss. As you're reading this title, because it's on YouTube, um, well, this is regarding burn damage, and I brought this up to CJ and Brock. They know of it. It's gonna get tweaked, um, but I just wanted to put out a replay and just demonstrate how powerful it is with chaos and elementals. Order can't get burn early, and that's a struggle for order. The earliest they can do is with the Archidon, fire arrows, just a one shot resource you can use. So I'm gonna get a replay out, and we're gonna start with that. It's actually in my profile. Nope, not that one, because we want this one. All right, so first, I'm going to cover a lot of things here. I'm going to try to do it in 10 minutes. So, uh, bear with me here. First, I got to break down exactly what the basic structure of Order versus Chaos is. A lot of you guys from the get-go have been complaining that it's unfair for Order. No, it wasn't always like that. I'm going to show you why Burn is certainly in favor of Chaos and Elementals right now. But for the OVC, it was not always like this. Um, so what I'm doing right here is I'm doing arguably the best start. Sword, sword, miner. Why am I doing this? Chaos is very aggressive. They have to open with crawlers or bombers. If they open with just miners, they are going to push themselves into getting a Castle Dead. And Castle Dead is a single targeting poison unit. It doesn't deal much damage, and it doesn't have an area effect like the Castle Archer. Chaos does not like playing defensively. Chaos likes to go, on the attack. Crawlers are fast. Bombs come out fast. It's all about, getting in there, monkey see, monkey do, attack this, blow this up, etc. So, I'm going to compete with crawlers with swords. If I opted to go two miners and one sword, I would seriously be behind in my army because crawlers come out much faster thanks to an earlier patch that send them up, reduce the build time, so you can get more of them up there faster. And I want him to make more crawlers before he makes bombers, because I don't want bombers right away, and you'll see why. You can Archidon start, but here's the problem with Archidon starting. You can see if you Archidon miner, it's the same, it's costing the same amount, just about in gold. The economic difference is, pretty much the same. You're always going to be starting behind a miner against Chaos with either start. But the problem with Archidon starting, and why I'm not going to be using it, is because it doesn't give me much tower control. Sure, I can season, I can kind of work my way here and kite back when I need to, but he's just going to use his crawlers, just build them up more, he's going to press in, fall back. And he's going to repeat this until he can stack bombers behind it enough so when he approaches me, he doesn't care what I'm shooting at because eventually he's going to hit me and I'm going to die. At least that unit is. So that's why I'm not doing that. Swords, I can get more of them. They're better at dealing with crawlers. They're better at holding space down, and I'm gonna run those out. And they're also, I'm gonna be able to have a greater number of those, than I can break out in Archidon certainly. So he's doing basic chaos start. What other starts can you do with chaos? Not much, really. It's crawlers. Like I said before, opening Castle Dead will just, you're gonna eat some simple sword cheese later. So he's got to get something out to go for the tower, and he doesn't want to use bombers because when they blow up, they're gone. And this is a smaller map too. So this was once in favor of order, but now that crawlers come out so much faster and bombers doing so much damage, the role reversal is what's going on here. You're gonna see me struggle a lot in this game. So here we go. So I'm going in with my two swords, one miner. So now let's make sure you got to split the miners here too. Maximize your efficiency on gold here. And now I approach the tower. So you can see just how fast, his crawlers are coming out. He's already finishing up his second crawler queue. I've got a little bit on my second sword. They're faster units anyway. He's at the tower. But this is one crawler against one sword wrath. This is an exchange I am certainly going to go forward with because he's going to eat more damage than I'm going to take. So that's fine with me. You can see the difference there. So what if he has health regen? I'm covering this space. So now his second crawler comes out. Here is when I would want to back up. Why? Because I can then use this guy to put in more damage here against him and take less damage. I mean, I'll be taking that damage, but I'll be giving more damage. How's that? So if I stay here, I'm going to take the same damage here as I would here, but if I moved here, I would have him to be dealing more damage. It would make it certainly more in my favor. However, there is lag involved in this game. You're going to witness it here. He's just about going to lose that crawler, but he's going to manage to get out. Now, again, problem with swords and crawlers, these the attacks that come out from swords are really slow as far as, when the damage will actually strike. So this is my attack animation. I have to wait for that before it deals damage, and by then he managed to pull out just in time. He should have done that earlier, so that way he wouldn't have a completely, useless crawler like that. But look how much damage crawlers give to swords. I mean, just with that too, that's why I wanted to be back over here, so I could force him back and not take that much damage. But now I'm going to have to send him back, because he's actually, believe it or not, a simple bomber could actually just take care of that unit. That's ridiculous. So back there again, there was some delay. I wanted to send him back, waited until he was here. Same thing with him. He wanted to move back, waited until he was here. It was just not a good exchange for either of us. Neither one of us wanted to take damage there. It would have worked out more for me, just on his health, but we both managed to pull out. So again, I'm not worried about miner splitting right now, because my attention is over here. Firstly, it's also laggy, so anything I tell it to do is going to take a little bit, and if a miner happens to go in that direction while I'm telling it to do something, it's going to completely screw up my splits. Now, here, he's doing something that should never work in OVC, and he is going for the economy. You don't want to do this, but this will work for him anyway, and I'll show you why later. But why this should not work, and again, this goes back to why Burn is so terribly flawed, and even why crawlers may need to go back to relaxing on their build time, because it's just proving to be really lethal right now early game. Okay, he's going for the economy, and that I shouldn't care about that, because that's 3 crawlers. It's not going to damage too much, and he's not taking care of my swords. My swords are really good damage dealing units when they hit. If he's taking time to hit another unit, these guys are going to take time to hit their unit. And he's also running in with a weak crawler. I mean, so this should be so punishable, but it's not. See, like, I have the tower now. I'm going to let that bomber come through, because unfortunately, me putting it out there means that I'm not killing this crawler. So anyway, so that was a mistake, because again, I wanted to hit that crawler, but he attacked that one first because of the delay. So now, see, that's not doing that much damage, but now here comes the bomber, okay? So I have a few options here, okay? One is I can try to split up my units. However, with his crawlers there, that just leaves his crawlers for free damage, okay? And he has a weak one I'm trying to get rid of, okay? Two is I maybe just try to, figure out which one he's going for, and, just set, okay, now you just go forward. However, that's going to that's going to have him stick out from the rest. So, like, if he's going for that miner, which I think he does anyway, if I just sent him forward to just save these units, first off, it's laggy anyway, so I wouldn't be able to do this. But in a real game, if I could do that, that just means that he takes the damage, he takes the damage, monkey see, monkey do. Dead miner either way. So, I'm going to just take the damage right there with everything, but staying on the crawlers. Alright? But now, that should not have been a big deal, okay? 75 gold for what? Just a little blast? But no, it's not little, okay? That's the damage it does. Look, it's already sent that guy below halfway, and now Burn is going to continue eating at its life. Look how much damage it did on my swords. Those were full hit points, okay? He attacked that one a little bit afterwards, and now that's under half. That's just over half. That's ridiculous amount of damage. Look at how much damage I took from this one bomber. Okay? Yes, I know it was a clump, but Burn is just like, it's just ruining everything, okay? It only takes like another bomber to come in here and take these 2 lives, take those 2 lives, take this one. It's like he could just run in with just nothing but bombers right now, and I have no responses. These guys are not fast enough to hit bombers, okay? I don't have the gold for a castle archer at this time, okay? I would be canceling an economy unit to build a wall that I'd also have to wait and set up. It's just, there's nothing I can do right here other than try to remove these guys because they're still a threat. And that's exactly what I do. He's going to back up. He's going to try again, alright? So here we go. Round 2. I managed to kill that crawler. However, lag is going to actually work in my favor here, and the crawler is going to stop as I'm just wildly swinging, because I killed that crawler and haven't targeted the next one, and he's just going to blow up right there, just a little bit away from this miner. It's going to be all over my swords, though. So now, all my army is going to eat this damage. That unit's going to die, that unit's going to die. Now, these units are, like, really close to death, and again, I'm trying to move out of the way here. Nothing's working. There goes my army. Okay, how many bombers was that? That was 1 here, that was 2 here, and that was 3 here. Oh, excuse me, and then there was a 4th one. So that was 4 bombers. That was 3. That's 300 gold for 4 swords. 500 gold. That's nuts. 125 by 4. That's 400. I have 500. Sorry. That's a huge gold offset in his favor. So he has the population advantage. That's natural in OVC anyway, just because of how they start with their economy. But like, look how aggressive Chaos can be in the start game. That's that's crazy talk, okay? And just now I finally have my gold, but like, what option can I take? I can't opt for a castle archer. You know, you can send bombers and avoid the first 2 hits and make it all the way up to here. Again, this is where the gold row is. This is all you need to get up to before you can start taking out units. And I mean, that's good trade. But now I'm going to try to go for a wall here because I desperately need it. Right, that's going to be a mistake because I doubt he wanted to just hit that unit because, again, I have like all this weak stuff. I don't have regen here. Castle miners have regen. So, again, this is not a problem, you know, with CVC. This is direct OVC, you know, just getting really hurt over here. This is Crawler. I'm going to manage to kill it because he doesn't back that up in time. I'm going to have to get that out of the way because, again, there's a bomber. That unit's going to die if he gets hit. So I'm trying to have this guy build a wall. He finally manages to do that. So now, you know, I have some defense. But, like, look at what that's costing me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I'm at 7 miners. And it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, just about. Okay? Look at this guy's economy. There's no reason that, you know, he has everything to win right here. I have 2 swords for an army. I don't even know why he's making crawlers. I don't even know why he doesn't have mana yet. I mean, goodness, he should have gone for mana like over a minute ago. Because right now he would have been able to buy, what, a Zug, a Wing, a Dead, practically anything to thwart me. Okay? So, this is burn, guys. Look how much damage that's dealing. That's ridiculous. He's gonna pause now anyway and say his mouse was broken. But I'm just gonna end it right there, just because I feel like that's, you know, certainly you know, enough for my argument. Is just cool down the burn. I mean, it really, it's just way too strong right now. And, you know, again, I already talked to CJ and he forwarded his ideas to Brock. So that'll be the next thing I hope to see from that. You know, and let's just take a quick look and see exactly what patch it was that Crawler's got a reduced build time. I think it was something in patch 1. Crawlers now have reduced build time. Okay, so at 1.7 right here. So, yeah, since this is September, okay? So I've been able to deal with, you know, the Crawler build time so far. Just both of that with bombers is too much. You know, I'd even say that this was in response, you know, back at this time, a lot of Chaos players were arguing about how they couldn't gather wins in short maps. And now look, there's a complete switch going on. Chaos has everything for short maps with their ability to just run in with those fast units and cover more ground in less time. It's insane. So, honestly, I played Chaos, okay? Then you have to understand. This view is coming from not just, you know, an Order player perspective, but I play Chaos as well. In fact, you know, I was probably one of the greatest at Chaos. and I'm more of an order player now, but I certainly love to play chaos, from time again, because it's a lot of fun, and I know how to play still. It's not like, oh, I'm order now, nerf chaos and everything. No, you know, I was fine without this. This here gives so much. Um, to the Empire. It's inexcusable as to, if you should just be able to just, do simple basic animation cancels and just hold tower with crawlers. Bombers are like a plus when you're dealing with clumps. That's how it should be. But now, bombers are over centralizing in the meta, and crawlers just do mad work on their own. So, like, I don't know. One has to go because the two of them together it's just a really nasty combo. Even and I'd say just cool down even crawlers in general because like you're gonna see I do as I said I've played chaos and I have some clips coming for the montage and I'm just gonna show you this is it'll be me playing chaos sometimes and it's not even I play a lot of order now and then this is just a few times I just jump in as chaos just to get clips and I don't have any problems at all. It's not like I really need to try hard. I can play Chaos so relaxed. I honestly don't see why any Chaos player has a reason to complain with, you know, taking away from its start power. I mean, really, you guys all say that start game's the worst, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You have everything going for you start game now. It's completely backwards. Chaos should be struggling with the approach. That's how you should be. You should always be thinking about getting in. It shouldn't be as simple as, well, just make crawlers. Oh, just make bombers. You really should be deciding between the two when you're going for mana, how you want to go with deads or wings. Timing your jug, everything. And I play Chaos so thoughtless. I just run around with whatever unit I can buy, and I just make it work. It really is something I'd like to see change just a little bit, to help balance it a little bit. So, but Burn's the main issue. That's what this video is about. I hope you guys see that I'm not just raving like a lunatic now and fitting in with the likes of Glorious Avenger and others who just kind of go with their arguments but don't have much to back them. I'm putting reason out as to exactly what's wrong with the start game and some things that I think need to be adjusted to see a fair play between the two empires. So, but this isn't to bash anything that they're doing. Honestly, I love some of the things that are coming out now. Burn is a great concept. It just needs to be adjusted. Rating Decay is fantastic. We've needed that for a while. I really hope that Chirag, that Chirag glitch is gone. We'll deal with trees later. Trees are still trees. Won't talk about that. But man, thanks for tuning in. For all you guys watching. Now that doesn't mean you guys need to go, oh, Wisdom says something wrong, it must be really wrong. They take everything with a grain of salt. I'm a player, like everyone else, but my voice is just from experience and not because, I'm one of the best. It's not because I make videos. It's just because, I analyze everything and I see what works and what doesn't work. That's what makes me a great player. It's not my micro, it's not my macro, it's my use of available options. I guess that's more macro. But I'm running my mouth. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for